Work with you and for you. You have many rights. I'll walk an extra mile to respect and protect all your rights. You have a right to be heard. Anything you wish to say to me, I would listen to you very carefully. In fairness to you, I must tell you that everything you say could and would be used against you in a court of law. Many people are convicted by their own words. So please listen to your attorney. Do not discuss the case. You can tell me anything else you wish to tell me. I would listen to you. Just as you have a right to speak, you have a right to remain silent. No one can force you to speak should you wish to remain silent. You have a right to know what you're charged with. I'm going to read the charges to you. You're going to get copies of paperwork pertaining to your charges. You have a right to a fair and reasonable bond. I take many factors into account before I set your bond. Most importantly, I'm looking for a reason to send you home. I place a lot of respect and premium on your liberty, and if I can send you home, I will. Sometimes you're not clear about something, let me know. If you're confused, if you don't understand, then I'll discuss it with the clerks, I'll discuss it with the state attorney, the public defender. We're all going to join together and make sure you have a good idea what's going on. When you come forward, there's a little note there. Tell me your name, tell me which city you live in and how long. All right, we're ready for first cases, Deputy. We have a takeout of order.
Yes, Your Honor, we have media here for 3 people.
All right, call them up, please, Deputy. I'm going to let you call the list for me, Deputy. Just call the name loudly and clearly for me.
Yes, sir. Ms. Oak?
You have Castillo and Mayola.
Your Honor, Ms. Oak.
What?
Ms. Oak?
This is Paige Oak.
Paige Oak also for the media.
She's the last page of the docket, Your Honor.
Page Oak. Okay, we'll take a look at it. Madam, tell me your name.
Paige Oak, Palm Bay.
Which city you live in?
Palm Bay,
How long you live there?
3 years.
And what type of work you do?
I'm a registered nurse
Where?
at Wusthof, Melbourne.
How long you been there?
About 10 months.
Okay, let's take a look at your affidavit of arrest. Says you're charged with DUI, leaving the scene of a crash with property damage. Take a look, see. And did you say the media is here on this case, Mr. Beatty?
I didn't say that, but yes, they are.
On the above date and time, I responded to reference traffic crash. Suspect may have fled the area. Said she was lost.
There are 2 separate 923s, Judge. It's all part of one case.
She was involved in a traffic crash. The officer had suspicion that she had been under the influence. Says there had been a strong odor of alcohol. She was cooperative. Unprovoked, admitted impairment. I've been drinking. I shouldn't have been driving. All right. Then we asked all questions pertaining to the crash. We brought a witness to the scene, conducted a show-up. Positively identify Oak as the driver. Taken to the hospital. Interviews began. Was completed. I will be conducting an investigation. Said she understood all her rights. She went out with her boyfriend, Buffalo Wild Wings. Drank 1 beer. Went to Copper Chimney. She had 2 glasses of wine. Then she went to Crossroads. In an altercation between her and her boyfriend, she left because she wanted to get home. She said she remembers crashing but did not know where it occurred. She did not remember any details of the crash. Okay. She shouldn't be, she stated she knew she shouldn't be driving. She gave him various tests. Okay. And you said there's something in addition to that, Mr. Beatty?
There's a second 923, Judge. What you just read is the 923 regarding the DUI property damage. There was additional charges under the same case number where she was charged with leaving the scene, where it gives more details about the crash. You
All
should
right,
have
thank
that-
you,
That
sir.
page should be
Yes.
attached as well. It's under the
I'm
same...
looking at that now.
Right.
Yes, I'm looking at that. Dallam Avenue in Palm Bay. I observed the residence of Dal in front of the wall of the residence was caved in. Could hear a young boy saying, "Help me." Trapped underneath the structure of the residence. Wow. This wasn't a simple hit and run.
I do not have any information other than what's in the 923 as to the status of the child.
Crashed into his neighbor's residence, drove through the grass and into another neighbor's yard.
For what it's
All
worth,
right,
the newspaper reported no injury to the kid.
Well, that must be gospel then if it's in the media.
That's what I'm saying, for what it's worth. About the same value as a police report.
I find there's probable cause to hold her. Tell me something about her record, Mr. Beatty.
Judge, she has no prior criminal history that we have, and as far as her driving record goes, the only prior driving record we have, no moving violations. No prior DUIs.
Ma'am, who do you live with?
My boyfriend.
Does he know you're here?
I'm sure he does now, yeah.
Find there's probable cause to hold you, ma'am. You're charged with driving under the influence, driving with property damage, leaving the scene of a crash, damage to the vehicle. I don't see in here leaving the scene with a personal injury.
Judge,
Because-
that's because at the time we have no information regarding the status of the young man. If we learn later that there was some injury, then it would be upgraded.
What, ma'am, you have the money to pay for your own attorney, is that correct?
She intends to hire a judge.
Will retain counsel. Yes, ma'am, were you saying something?
No. Sorry, no.
Find there's probable cause to hold you. She will retain counsel. Mr. Beatty, what's your recommendation on bond? She has 1 to 4 bondable offenses.
Judge, the bond schedules appear on the 923 the way they are, but they don't take into account the nature of the charge. This is what they would just be for, it would be the same if she just, knocked over
Right.
a utility pole or something. The fact that we've got a house and under these circumstances, we're requesting all the bond schedules be doubled.
Thank you very much. I find there's probable cause to hold her. Count 1, madam, driving under the influence, $25,000. Count 2, $25,000. Count 3, $25,000. Count 4, $25,000. Ma'am, you're not to own, possess, or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. You understand that?
Yes.
You're not to drive any vehicle without a proper driver's license.
I understand.
I trust you understand the serious nature of these offenses.
I do.
Anything else, Mr. Beatty?
No, Judge.
You have any questions, madam? Anything you're not clear about?
No.
The matter is concluded. Have a seat. State your name, sir.
Jose Castillo,
Which city you live in?
Orlando, Florida, sir.
Where?
Orlando, Florida,
How long you been there?
for about 2 years.
What type of work you do?
I used to be a butcher.
A butcher.
Yes, sir.
In Orlando?
Yes, sir.
Says you're charged with robbery of a firearm or deadly weapon, burglary of a structure, false imprisonment, use of a weapon in commission of a felony, flee or attempt to elude, and aggravated battery. And this is a warrant arrest. Is that correct, Mr. Beatty?
Judge, it is a warrant arrest where the bonds have already been set. Considering that one of the bonds is none, we agree that the bonds should remain as they are stated on the warrant by Judge Earp. Also, he indicated a surrender of a passport would be a condition of any release. I'm not sure if he's got a passport, but if he does, yeah, he should have to surrender that.
Trying to see the terms and condition of the bond. Just see the charges here, but
I can read the bonds off to you, Judge. Armed robbery with firearm is none. Armed burglary of a structure is 100,000.
I'm trying to see the affidavit, but I don't seem to be able to access it on the computer. Let's see.
It's a 2-page affidavit, Judge.
2 of 3. Cannot access this, bro. Forgive me, folks. Let me just look at this here. Trying to look at it here. Okay. Citizen of Brevard, affiant, and on May 18th, police officers responded to North Wickham Road, the Verizon store. Armed robbery that just occurred. Tied up one employee, forced 2 other employees to the back of the business, forced them to open the safe. Large number of cell phones in a pillowcase. The safe is located not open to the public and in an employee area. Blue rubber gloves and a firearm was used in the course of the robbery. Nogale and Sorno. Looking at the time, Mr. Beatty, to close to 3. That we have this is like about 3 p.m. What do we have here? 3 a.m. What you have?
I'm not sure what the time is, Judge. Just about 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yep, that's what I saw. Which was identified as a silver Saturn. Alif Mayolo Rodriguez and Jose Castillo Abro. Sir, the first note to you need to stay in Orlando. Don't come over here to Brevard County. That's the first word of caution to you. Anyway, the affidavit will act as probable cause in this case. Robbery with firearm or deadly weapon will be no bond, will remain unchanged. And what I'm going to do, madam, I'm going to respect the bond set by Judge Earp. But the burglary, madam, instead of 100,000, it's going to be no bond off. So you got 2 no bond counts. And the rest of them will remain 25,000 each. 2 no bond and 25,000 each. Sir, you're not to own, possess, or carry any firearms or illegal drugs. You understand that? I didn't hear you.
Yes, sir.
You're not to drive any vehicles. Do you understand that?
Sir.
You have to surrender all travel documents. You have passport, green cards, or anything like that. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You need to surrender that as soon as possible. Deputy, Deputy,
Yes, Your Honor.
I need you to check this gentleman's stuff that he has in property. If he has any passport, any green cards, I need those to be seized.
Yes, sir.
That's part of this bond. The law says we should not inquire whether they're citizens, so I'm not making that inquiry. But I want all documents of that nature to be seized until further order of court. Sir, you have any questions, sir?
No, sir.
You have the money to pay for your own attorney?
My mother.
I didn't hear you.
My family do.
He will retain. Is that correct, Mr. Kennedy? Is that your understanding?
Judge, whatever he says.
Okay, he will retain counsel. Anything else, Mr. Beatty?
No, Judge.
Now, one out of turn, one out of condition, madam. You are to stay away from all mobile phone stores. You understand that? Verizon, AT&T, whatever. Do not go to any of these stores for any reason. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You must make all court appointments. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have a seat.
Your Honor,
Yes.
if they find his passport or green card or whatever in his property, who would you want to hold that passport and green card?
It will be surrendered to the office of the sheriff of Brevard County.
And if it's not in property, he is to turn it into the sheriff's department?
Thank you, Madam Clerk, for clarifying that, right.
That would
Surrender all
be a
costs.
condition that he would have to fulfill prior to being able to post bond.
Correct.
Okay.
It's a condition of his bond, madam.
Yes,
If
Your
he
Honor.
doesn't have it, and he possesses these documents, then he need to instruct his family where to get it and turn it over to law enforcement before he's released.
Yes, Your Honor.
We don't want him to flee the jurisdiction. Next is very serious matters, folks. Next. Number 30, is this the co-defendant? Yep.
It is, Judge. It's the same probable cause affidavit.
What type of record this co-defendant has?
Judge,
I'm looking at his-
the only other, let's see here, he's got prior traffic violations.
Sir, where do you live?
Dallas, Texas.
Texas? You're far away from Texas, my friend. How did you get here?
Plane.
What brought you to Brevard County?
Vacation.
Vacation. And how do you know Mr. Castillo?
Don't answer that question.
Okay, well. Find it probable cause to hold him, each and every count. Count 1 will be no bond. Count 2 will be no bond. Count 3 will be no bond. Count 4 will be 50,000, 50,000, and 50,000. You have the money to pay for your own attorney?
Correct.
You will retain your own attorney.
Correct.
Okay? You're not to return to any mobile phone stores. You understand that? Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
You're not to own, possess, or carry any firearms or illegal drugs. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You're not to drive any vehicles.
Yes, sir.
You need to surrender your passport, green card, or any travel documents that you may possess. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Judge, are you doing unspoken appointments today?
Unspoken appointments, correct. Anyone, Madam Clerk, unless I say otherwise? Public defenders appointed to all matters where they fill out the paperwork,
Yes.
unless I say otherwise. Purpose, trafficking in illegal substance. You got a Nebbia hold. You got a co-defendant. Let's see what a record looks like.
Okay, this is Ms. Purvis.
Yes,
Okay, Judge, this is a file ROR.
I noticed that. We don't have a record on her, and he's a very serious charge. Father ROR, Miss Purvis, which city you live in?
Melbourne,
How long?
4 years.
Pardon me for asking such an indelicate question, but how old are you?
I'm 21.
You got a serious charge. You're looking at more than 21 years in prison for this charge. What's the maximum penalty for this charge, Mr. Beatty?
Judge, we didn't file on it. I don't have anything in
Yeah.
front of me other than the fact that in case number 2016-23041 CFA, we have not received a lab result yet, so it'll be an ROR for today.
I understand that, but in a trafficking matter of this nature, if it were to go to trial and she was convicted, what would be the possible maximum penalty?
Well, that would depend on the weight, Judge, and we'd need to hear from the lab on that.
Yeah, I see. But either way, it ain't looking pretty, madam. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
People are using you, and they're getting wealthy, and you're doing the time. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Wake up. The fact that it didn't file now doesn't mean it's over. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
It means that they're trying to get more ammunition to come up against you. You're making a strong case. That's what it means. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Public defender appointed. If you can afford your own attorney, let me know.
Your Honor, she already has a regional.
Okay. Remain unchanged. Andre Edwards. Number 15. Mr. Edwards is ordered to transport. We'll put a DOC hold on him and no bond, madam. No bond. Who's representing you, sir?
A lawyer, I don't know which lawyer, sir.
Public defender.
Public defender. Have a seat, sir. Next matter will be Timothy Husband. Robbery with a firearm or deadly weapon. File or ROR, Mr. Beatty.
Judge, we filed robbery.
You got the money to pay for your own attorney, sir?
He already has the PD, Judge.
What's the recommended bond in that case?
Well, what is the current bond set?
You
Zero.
got no bond.
Well, Judge,
You got no bond.
we filed it. This isn't a bond hearing, so leave the bond where it is.
You didn't,
Yeah, but the allegation here in the document says with a weapon. Did you file with a weapon?
they did not.
No, we filed strong arm robbery.
They filed as a felony second degree.
Robbery.
Okay, and there was no bond before. We set it at 50,000.
Mr. Kennedy, do you oppose that strongly?
Well, Judge, I'd ask court for no more than 15,000.
Find there probable cause to hold him. This is a file or ROR. This is not a probable cause matter. The bond will be $35,000 cash or surety. Which case we have next, Madam Clerk? Which one is next?
Archibald Clark.
State it. Archibald Clark, number 11 on the docket. Mr. Clark, conspiracy to introduce contraband into the detention facility.
Judge, it's not a conspiracy charge, that's a computer error.
Find it probable cause to hold him. What do you recommend, Mr. Kennedy?
Judge, I'd ask for the schedule of $2,000. He's already being held on other charges.
I agree, Judge. He's already being held on other charges, in custody on other charges, so the $2,000 bond schedule is fine.
Mr. Clark, anything you wish to say, sir?
I was trying to figure out if I still got a bond.
I can't hear you.
I was trying to figure out if I still can bond out.
That I don't know why you haven't bonded. I'm giving you a bond. You don't have a zero bond. You got a bond. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
He's being held
So
on
why
other
you have-
charges, Judge. I think that's what he's
Why you
asking.
haven't bonded out, I don't know. I can only deal with the
No.
one case in front of me. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
The bond will be $2,000 cash or surety. Gardner, Scott Gardner. Gardner is next.
Hi, I'm Scott Gardner. I live in Melbourne. And I've lived there for like 30 years.
How old are you?
42.
You got another soliciting for funds. Finder's probable cause to hold him, public defender appointed, bond will be $250. James Laguerre. Driving while license suspended. Which city you live in, sir?
Palm Bay.
What type of work you do?
I don't work at the moment.
When was the last time you worked?
Probably about 2-3 months ago in Titusville.
What did you do?
Wood grain distribution is a warehouse.
See, got a little thing right here. Say your name, say where you live, and how long you lived there, alright? Fuck up.
By the way, Judge, this is a point suspension.
Alright, come on. Have one stand up and you say you got one sit down. Right now.
Find it possible cause to hold him, probable cause to hold him. Bond will be $2,500 cash or surety. Not to own, possess, or carry any illegal driver license, not to drive. You understand that?
Yes.
Have a seat. Matthew Largent. Got two cases, number 27, Matthew Largent, possession on-site VOP, no bond. Next matter is,
Judge, by the way, on the VOP, he happens to be an AMA.
no bond, AMA hold. Now we got aggravated battery with a deadly weapon.
And Judge, we would stipulate the probable cause. State showed me the photographs. This was a
Complete stay away from Caitlin Paycock. You understand that? Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
What's your name, sir? I can't hear you.
Matthew Largent.
Which city you live in?
Cape Canaveral.
How many years?
Like 19.
What type of work you do?
I wasn't working at the time.
Matthew intentionally struck Caitlin in the head with a liquor bottle, committing a battery of knowingly and caused great bodily harm. What do you recommend for bond, Mr. Beatty?
Well, he's not going anywhere anyway because of the VOP. On this one, Judge, I'm requesting, given his prior record and the status he's in, $25,000 on the aggravated battery.
Complete stay away, don't call, don't visit, don't have anything to do with Caitlin. You understand that?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
$25,000 cash or surety. Jose Hernandez Reyes.
Yes, sir.
They come in to get you, sir. You got an out-of-county warrant.
Yes, sir.
They got 3 working days to come and get you. Understand that?
Yes, sir.
Orange County. You got a bond of $1,000.
Yes, sir.
Bodanza. Sebastian Bodanza.
Yes.
Battery domestic violence. Stay away from Cabrera. Bourbon Yarina Cabrera. You understand that?
Yes.
Don't call, don't visit, don't have anything to do with her. What type of work you do?
I have a boat restoration company.
Boat restoration.
I just got back.
From where?
Maryland. That's where I have to go.
To do what?
Work, my company. That's where we were leaving to go to.
Mm-hmm. Looking at his record, he seems to have a clean record. Is that correct, Mr. Beatty?
I have no priors.
Okay, let's see the nature of the allegations. Palm Shores, date and time. Anonymous person stating there was a disturbance. It was found that the defendant and the victim are engaged in being related 3 years. Slapped the victim in the face, pushed the victim. Pull the victim here. Find it probable cause to hold him. Complete stay away, you understand that, sir?
Yes.
You have the money to pay for your own attorney?
No.
Thought you got a big boat restoration company.
I just got it back, is what I'm telling you. I just said.
Public defender appointed. Fine will be $1,500 cash or surety. Next matter will be Coates, Casey Coates.
Jason Coates, married down, 1.5 years.
Pending driving while license suspended. Driving while license suspended 2 Kates. And possession of morphine, and you got pending while license suspended right now. Number 12, madam, the bond will be $5,000. Number 13, the bond will be $5,000.
Judge, one of them is a VOP warrant with
Actually,
no bond.
that violation of probation got 0 bond on it, madam, and that's what that's gonna be. 5,000 and 0 bond, public defender appointed, probable cause in number 12. Number 13, the affidavit will act as probable cause. Next. Nazareth Consalo.
Yes, sir.
Attempted tampering with physical evidence, possession, driving without headlights. Find it probable cause to hold him. On each and every count, public defender appointed, bond remains on each and every count. Ryan Jazo. Or Jazo. How do you say your name, sir?
Jazzo.
Ryan Jazo. You are charged with domestic violence. Complete stay away.
No,
And do not contact Angel Galarza Shirley. You understand that?
it's not my charge.
Judge, wrong charges.
Wrong charge.
Ryan Philip Jazo, disorderly intoxication, resisting without violence. Which city you live in?
Merritt Island.
How long you been there?
10 years.
Looks like you've fallen on a little hard times.
Yes, sir.
Who you live with?
Homeless.
Possible pending warrant, peace, public, out of state. How long you live in Brevard County?
10 years.
You never worked?
Yes.
When was the last time you worked?
About 2 months ago.
Doing what?
Landscaping.
Where you landscape?
Merritt Island.
We got some complaint about a landscaping job in Merritt Island. They say it was a bad job. That you? You did that job?
No.
Good answer.
Judge, I was wondering, is there any way I could plea out today?
You ever signed up for AA?
No.
Probably ought to give that some consideration, my friend.
Judge, if he wants to plea, I'll make him an offer.
No, I can't plead today.
Okay.
Can't plead today, sir, but here's what we're gonna do. You got 500 and 500. I'm gonna cut it in half for you, 250 and 250. Understand that?
Yes, sir.
I'll give you a little slack here, but you ought to consider AA, you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Public defender appointed. Robinson. Joshua Robinson.
Joshua Robinson, Coco for 4 years.
Where you been before that?
Orlando,
What brought you to these beautiful shores?
housing.
Joshua Eli Robinson. You got to stay away from Joyce Lavorne Robinson. Don't call, don't visit, not having to do with her. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Joyce Robinson, your wife. Don't call, don't visit, not having to do with her. Complete stay away.
Yes, sir.
$500 cash or surety. Understand that? $500 cash or surety. Next. Sanderlin. Driving while license suspended, habitual offender, and arrest, resisting without violence. Got to get a license, my friend. What
Yeah.
type of work you do?
I'm on disability right now.
I see. Leaving the scene with personal injury. Count one will be 5,000, madam. Count two will be 1,500. Public defender appointed. Do not drive any vehicle whatsoever, you understand that?
Yes, sir. Did you raise my bond?
You need to listen to me. Not to own, possess, or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You're not to do any driving whatsoever. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I increase your bond because you're a habitual offender and you keep on driving. I'm not finished with you, sir. Deputy, I'm not finished with this gentleman. I'll tell you when I'm finished with you, sir. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Something you'd like to say to me?
And nothing to say.
You're not to drive unless you have a valid license. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
How long you live in Brevard County?
All my life.
Have a seat. Next matter will be Schuler.
Yes, sir.
Says grand theft, less than 5,000, and uttering a forged instrument, Publix.
Yes, sir. Well,
Find it probable cause to hold him. You got the money to pay for your own attorney?
no, sir. I'm homeless at the moment.
You homeless?
Yep. I have a question though. With that,
Yes.
I went on Craigslist to do a job and I didn't know it was a fake check.
I missed what you said. I missed that.
I went on Craigslist to do a job and I didn't know it was a fake check.
Oh, it was a fake check.
Yeah.
Don't say any worse.
Well, that happens sometimes. Some checks are made out of paper and some are made out of rubber. Did you know that?
Yep.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yep. The ones that are made out of rubbers, you got to watch out for them. Find it probable cause to hold him. $1,500 per count, madam.
Judge, this is a warrant where the bonds have been set.
$1,500 per count, madam.
That's under the bond schedule, Judge. You aware of that?
I understand that. Have a seat, sir. Adam Stutz.
Yes, Your Honor.
Trespass on a posted property. Do I have a record on him, or are these new charges? I don't have a record on him.
This is a new charge, Judge. New charges.
Trespass on posted property. Find it probable cause in each and every count. Bond will remain unchanged. Public defender appointed. Vickery, Martin Vickery. Victim, Luttrell, girlfriend. Which city you live in, sir, and how long?
Palm Bay, Port St. John, that's 4 months.
4 months. Where you lived before that?
Virginia,
What brought you down here?
she did.
What?
She did. She brought me
She
down.
did?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Brought you to Sharps. Says recorded statement. He said he showed me bruising on her right arm. Injuries after being physically attacked by the defendant while attempting to take away illegal narcotics from the defendant. Says you were doing drugs, and when she tried to take the drugs away, previously convicted of a domestic battery in Henrico County, Virginia. Find it probable cause to hold him. What's the bond schedule on this, Mr. Beatty? Complete stay away, don't call, don't visit, don't have anything to do with Latrell Deborah June. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Complete stay away, have nothing to do with her.
Yes, sir.
Not to own, possess, or use any illegal drugs. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
That's what caused the problem already. Bond's gonna be $25,000. Have a seat. Public defender on all matters unless otherwise stated. 5 minutes recess, madam, then we'll switch hats and we'll get to the regular docket. Everybody see to their convenience, get us some refreshments, we'll come back in 5 minutes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Madam Clerks, Wednesday we're coming to the courtroom.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Wednesday we're coming to the courtroom.
Okay, Your Honor.
Depends how many pleas or whatever we have. If you come and start up at 1:30, or you all tell me tomorrow what you want me to do, please.
Judge, there's at most 3, at most.
Well, we'll do what we normally do, Madam Clerk, with those. Please contact Camille and let us know what you would like me to do.
I would knock them out in the afternoon. I would
Yes.
suggest. Yeah. That makes sense.
If Mr. Kennedy says it makes sense, we're going with that, Madam.
Tell my wife that.
Okay, we start up with pickup out of county. Birch was picked up.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
My name, Alex McGriff. I live in
Alex Wendell McGriff out of county, arrest warrant for Clay County, coming in
Sir.
3 working days to get you.
Yes, sir.
Bruce King, fugitive warrant from Texas, he signed, is that correct, madam?
Yes, we already addressed him.
Lanning, Robert Lanning, we got a fugitive warrant, we took care of that from Virginia. Walton, we took care of that from Georgia. Next matter will be Bazina, Charles Jesse Bazina. Resisting arrest with violence, sir. The paperwork will be given to your attorney, will give it to you. Can you afford your own attorney?
No, sir.
Public defender appointed Bond will be $3,500 cash or surety, madam. Bonanza, we took care of that.
Did you leave it at
Yes,
5,000?
Actually, we think we, just a minute, madam, let me take a look. Sorry, Bezina will remain at 5,000, madam. Resisting with violence, $5,000 unchanged. Now we at Cataldo, number 10, domestic violence.
Michael Cataldo, Satellite Beach or Indian Harbor Beach,
Why
Florida.
am I cutting out the head like that? Is that something with a here or there or what? I don't know if we can adjust that camera, folks. It's cutting off the hedge. Michael John Cataldo, domestic violence. You got to stay away from Sarah Cataldo. Don't call, don't visit, don't have anything to do with Sarah. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Which city you live in?
Satellite Beach, Indian Harbor Beach, sir.
For how long?
Since I was 2.
What type of work you do?
I did mortgages for years, and I'm doing managing my mom's. She has warehouses, and I manage them for her right now.
So you can afford your own attorney.
Depends.
Well, if you're managing your mom's warehouses, I mean, you got to be making $1.
A little bit. I have lots of kids, sir.
Yeah, well, either you're not managing your mom's warehouse or... Defendant is her ex-husband, father of her 3 children. Defendant, he was living out at the victim's home. All right, living out at the victim's home, your ex's home. That during a heated hour, the defendant became angry and threatened to smack the shit out of her before knowingly intentionally striking the victim with an open hand. You're living in her house. You're managing your mother's business, which is pushed the defendant away from her, causing him to grab her arms and pull her to the floor. Children came down the stairs to find their parents physically fighting. Stated they saw the defendant holding the victim to the ground out of his hands. Yeah, you're living at her house and you're a big tough guy.
No, sir, I'm not a big tough guy.
You don't go back there. Don't call her. Don't visit her. Don't have anything to do with it. Do not go back there until the court tells you can. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Complete stay away.
Yes, sir.
Have absolutely no contact with her by any means whatsoever.
Yes, sir.
Prior arrest, leaving the scene with serious injury. The bond's going to be $7,500 cash or surety. Don't call, don't visit, don't have anything to do with her. Complete stay away. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Archibald Clark.
We addressed him already, Judge.
Larry Gustin.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
State your name.
My name is Trayvon Davis. I live in Orlando, Florida, and I've been staying there all my life.
Your Honor, this is a non-support that's handwritten in on page 8.
Your Honor,
Trayvon Davis, non-support, $1,000 will get you out, sir. Let's hear you.
Your Honor, can I speak, please?
I'm listening to you.
I never got a notification to come to court, because if I would have got a notification, I would have never missed it.
All right.
And I don't have any money. I don't have a job. I've been unemployed since like December, January. I had an interview for a job Saturday, but due to the fact that I had got arrested Friday, I couldn't make my interview.
Let me ask you something. Where do you live?
I live in Orlando, Florida, sir.
How old are you?
I'm 27 years old.
How many times do you suppose as a judge I've heard that story? Only because you came to judge, you couldn't, at the court, you couldn't go to your interview. How long were you out of jail?
I never got a notification.
That's not what I asked you. How long were you out of jail? How many years?
I just recently got out of incarceration in September.
Okay, and so you could not get an interview between September and now?
I had a job from work release, from prison work release, but when I got out of prison work release, they fired me because they had no use for me.
I see. When you go to court, you explain to the judge what happened, okay? What your present condition is, the judge will listen to you very carefully, then the judge will make a decision in your case. You can pay $1,000 to get out, or you come into the judge. Is it tomorrow, madam? When is he coming before the child support judge?
The 25th, Your Honor, that's Wednesday.
Okay, sir, have a seat. The next matter then is Edwards. Order to transport, madam. We're going to put a hold for DOC.
We addressed,
Your Honor.
We took care of that then, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
How about Gardner?
Already addressed him, Your Honor.
Gavin.
Calling Gavin, Your Honor.
Miss Gavin said you went to the store and you took something and you didn't pay for it at Publix.
Yes, Your Honor.
Which city you live in?
Palm Bay.
What type of work you do?
I'm unemployed right now, but I've been going to Career Center every day.
Well, that's
They're
good. What do
helping.
you-
They're helping me get employment.
Well, they got to give you a skill. What are they teaching you to do?
I'm experienced in restaurant help, and I used to be a mason contractor in Port St. Lucie.
Why did you
Mostly,
leave there? Why did you leave there if you had a job there?
my husband died.
And how long you been living here?
8 years.
You ever worked here?
No, I was living off the money from the construction. But
I see.
I plan to go back to the restaurant business.
I see. Find that probable cause to hold or a bond with $250 cash or surety.
I was wondering if you could ROR me because I have a American Bulldog Pit Bull in heat, and the officer wouldn't let me call anybody last night, and he threatened to call animal control.
I cut your bond in half for you, $250. Have a seat.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Grisham,
Surety bond.
Surety bond, Your Honor.
Guzman,
Pretty good, man.
find it probable cause to hold him. Public defender appointed, all bond remain unchanged. Next.
Hi, Brian Hawkins, Cocoa, Florida. I've been here for 4 years.
How you doing, Mr. Hawkins?
How you doing, sir?
Grand theft, third degree, a bond is $2,000. Probable cause to hold him. Bond remain unchanged. Public defender appointed.
Judge, he intends to hire counsel.
Will retain a counsel. Rachel Faith, Utsi Rachel Faith.
Yes.
Complete stay away. Don't call, don't visit, don't have anything to do with her. You understand that?
For how long?
Pardon me?
For how long? This is my first time. I'm trying to.
Until the judge says otherwise.
Okay.
Judge is telling you to, a judge is telling you to stay away. A judge will have to tell you to go back. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
How long you live in Brevard County?
All my life.
Complete stay away. Don't call, don't visit, don't have anything to do with Rachel.
Yes, sir. I was wondering what the ROR thing. The ROR.
That ROR thing, you're worrying about that?
I wonder if I can get that. 'Cause it's my first time ever in trouble. I'm not a bad person at all.
There's a KPS arrest, Mr. Beatty. There's domestic violence. Let me see what it says here.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Kennedy, he's gonna get his own attorney, you said?
Yes,
So
sir.
the grand theft is a KPS.
Yes, sir. The DV case is on site.
Yep.
The DV is not a capias, Judge.
Yes, you got that figured out here. The way it's here, they have the
I was tending to pay that back from taxes too.
what? Officer Menendez, reference possible domestic disturbance. Rachel, let's see.
I have no record, nothing, man.
What do you say, Mr. Beatty? He says he wants to be released ROR in that battery.
I got
You read the warrant?
There's a warrant on the bond, the capias is $2,000, Judge.
Yes, that remains unchanged. Domestic violence, I find it probable cause to all you, sir. Stay away from Rachel. Your bond will be $500 cash or surety.
All right, thank you.
Next.
Gregory Howard, Your Honor. Melbourne for 6 months.
Where you lived before that?
Palm Bay, sir.
Galarza, Shirley Ann Galarza, complete stay away, don't call, don't visit. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're in a heated verbal argument. You asked her to leave his house. I pushed her out of my way while she was blocking him from entering the bedroom door. He was throwing her out and she was very upset. He did not want her talking to her husband. Find it probable cause to hold him. Complete stay away, you understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Don't call, don't visit, don't have anything to do with her. $500 cash or surety.
Thank you.
Bryce Austin Kerrer.
Pretty bond.
Sherry Bonner, Your Honor.
Laguerre we took care of.
Yes, sir.
Justin Aaron Lang.
Justin Lang, Melbourne, 26 years.
You got a failure to appear for a VOP arraignment, sir. The judge said you had no bond. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Remain unchanged. Public defender appointed unless otherwise stated. Next matter will be
Mr. Lang has two cases, Judge.
Mr. Lang.
It's one case with two holds on it.
One case with two different, one's an FTA on the case, the other's a VOP warrant.
Both bonds remain unchanged. Douglas Lopez. Thank the state and the defense for their help. Douglas Andrew Lopez.
Sir, Douglas Lopez, Palm Bay, Florida, my whole life.
Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Motor vehicle.
Matthew Fitzgerald is a victim. Do not call, do not have anything to do with Matthew Fitzgerald. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
How long you live in Brevard County?
My whole life, sir.
What type of work you do?
Cook, Tijuana Flats.
You specialize in anything?
Radio installation and everything for cars, audio, all that. Landscaping. Done a little bit of everything.
Two drivers had a little road rage going. Said he was, Fitzgerald said he was being followed by the green truck. Followed him all the way from Kindred Hospital.
Yes, Yeah, because on the,
Respond to that, sir.
oh, I'm sorry.
Pardon me?
Go ahead, sir. Apologize.
Began at the intersection in front of Kindred. Fitzgerald said he pulled behind a green Chevy Blazer. He advised he patiently waited for Lopez to move forward through the intersection. After a bit of the time, he honked his horn to advise the driver of the green. Lopez was going through the glove box. Seeing as Lopez had still not moved, the driver wronged him. Lopez moved his vehicle in front of him in an effort to block his path through the intersection. Lopez then exited his vehicle and obstructed the lane. You did something very dangerous, sir.
What am I able to say? What, I ask him to be able to say something? Am I supposed to ask him to be able to say something?
No, don't say anything.
Well,
Talk about the incident.
Your Honor, am I able to say something to you?
I'm listening to you, my friend. I always listen very carefully.
All right. The way the police report was written down,
About the incident?
it was not, like they don't have my side of the story, and it was nothing like how they reported the incident. Because I also as well called the police at the same time.
I see.
Actually, he called him 9 minutes later. They've got both calls and the times that were in there. He didn't call him until after the incident was all over.
Yeah, because the whole incident started just because he hit my vehicle.
You got to realize you're not helping yourself one bit.
Okay.
Said there was some damage to your vehicle.
Yes, sir.
Howard. Howard.
What type of work you do?
I'm a cook at Tijuana Flats in Melbourne.
How long you been there?
Roughly 7 months now. 6 months. That's my way to provide for my son. I got a 2-year-old.
Find a proper cause to hold him. $5,000 cash or surety. Complete stay away from this person, you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're gonna mess up your business purpose license.
Excuse me, sir?
They say you got a business purpose license, you don't want to mess that up, do you?
No, I do not at all, sir.
Judge, it's kind of
Yeah.
academic. He's on felony probation. They didn't on-site him. We've notified DOC to go ahead and issue a warrant for him. When that warrant comes out, he's going to be held on no bond because he's going to qualify as an AMA. So even if he posts his bond, he's not going anywhere.
What's that mean?
Do you see some time, Mr. Beatty?
Well, he's on felony probation. The new charge that he's arrested on is an AMA qualifier. So as soon as the warrant hits him, which I assume he'll probably do about the time he posts bond and goes out the back door, when the warrant hits him, that's going to trigger the violation of probation, and he's going to be AMA, so he can't have a bond anyway. So it's kind of academic.
I don't understand what AMA stands for.
The lawyer will explain it all to you. It ain't good, let me put it that way. It means you're not getting out, you understand that?
So as of right now, I do not have a bond?
Yes, sir, but as soon as you post the bond, they're gonna bring you back in on something else. You would have wasted your money.
Even if I try to get on like monitor or something? Because I am the sole provider of my son, and that's the main reason.
I understand that. That's what the state attorney was trying to tell you. If you post a bond, there's a good chance it would all go for naught. He was trying to kind of give you a hint there, but it's up to you and to do as you wish. I've informed you of all your rights. Good luck to you.
Thank you, sir.
Could we have a
A
bond on
simple,
count
Mr. Lopez, perfect example of a simple matter got out of hand, and in the laws, the statistics show that 1 in 4 cars is armed. This matter could have become a homicide. It was very close to becoming a homicide.
two? Judge, could we have a bond on count 2? Second degree misdemeanor.
Bond will be $500 cash or surety.
So was everything come out to 55? 5,500 is what it is?
Call the next case, deputy.
Right here, Your Honor. Ms. McFadden.
Deborah McFadden, Coco, 10 years.
What type of work you do?
I've been unemployed. I have severe back issues for 4 years, Your Honor.
Lang, what you doing now?
Violation of injunction, madam, you got no bond. Resisting without violence, 500. All remain unchanged. Public defender appointed.
Your Honor,
Violation of
Your Honor, may I speak?
yes.
My fiance had
Ma'am,
faxed in.
that's not going to help you.
Okay. Never mind, Your Honor, sorry.
The
Judge, are you-
violation of injunction, the bond will be 5,000.
I'm sorry.
Next.
Eric
Murray,
Melvin,
3
my whole life.
cases. What's your name?
Eric Murray. I'm Melvin my whole life.
Burglary of occupied structure. Theft of motor vehicle parts. Dealing in trafficking and stolen property. Defendant is on probation in the state of Virginia and Pennsylvania as well. Parole from Pennsylvania. We're gonna put a hold on him from any other states. We got any warrants, Madam Clerk?
I ain't ever post bond anyway, sir.
They said he's on probation in Virginia and parole from Pennsylvania. Registered sex offender, Mr. Beatty.
Yes. Judge, I would imagine those states have now been notified of the new arrest, and they're going to generate whatever warrants would be appropriate under their law.
Burglary of occupied structure, $25,000. Theft of motor vehicle parts, $15,000. Dealing or trafficking in stolen property, $25,000. Burglary of occupied structure, $25,000. Theft of motor vehicle parts, $15,000. Driving while license suspended, $2,500. Public defender appointed on all matters. Complete stay away from this location, sir?
Yeah.
I'll tell you when I'm through with you.
Yeah.
Complete stay away from this location, not to own, possess, or carry any suspended license, not to drive any vehicle.
Yes, sir.
Next.
Jeffrey Rhodes, live in Rockledge for the last 3 years.
Dealing or trafficking in stolen property, no bond. On site, no bond, remains unchanged. Possession of less than 20 grams of cannabis, $250 cash or surety. Next. Probable cause in each and every count.
I do, Your Honor. John Skinner, Port St. John, 37 years.
What did we do with Sedell? We took care of that?
surety bonded.
Skinner, driving while license suspended, habitual unlawful speed. Bond is $2,000, remain unchanged. Probable cause told me you're a habitual offender, sir. Your bond will be $5,000 cash or surety. Next.
No, Your Honor. Name is Kelvin Stiles. Live here in Cocoa. Been here about 10 years now.
Drug paraphernalia, probable cause, $250. Giving false name, $250. Public defender appointed. Next. Miss Wilson, which state you live in?
Florida, Jacksonville.
What brought you all the way to Brevard County?
I'm from Orange County, but I recently moved to Jacksonville 3 years ago.
You're from Orange County, you moved to Jacksonville, and you're in jail in Brevard County.
Yeah.
And she intends to hire.
Will retain
I've
counsel. You got a
already
violation?
retained.
Pardon me?
I've already retained counsel.
Who's your attorney?
Mr. Bond?
You got zero bond, remains unchanged. Will retain. Next.
Your Honor, my name's Harry Dale. City, I live in Palm Bay, Melbourne area for 51 years.
File or ROR, Mr. Beatty.
Judge, we filed 3 counts.
Give him a copy of the information.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All terms and conditions remain unchanged, madam.
Judge, they're all 3 new charges.
All bonds will remain unchanged.
Judge, he has no bond on these. There are new charges. They didn't charge what he was arrested for.
Yes. What do you suggest on bond, Mr. Beatty, and the new charges?
Well, let me see what the schedule is for F2s.
Your Honor, can I speak?
Definitely, sir. I'm listening to you.
Sir, I've got a 17 years lawn business, and I've raised 5 children, and this isn't what it looks like to be. I have a camper I can move out also, and have places to live away from that area. I already agreed to the injunction without a fight.
Judge, the bond schedule for this is $15,000 on each one.
And madam, we act accordingly based on some guidance from the state. 15,000 per count. Probable cause in each, every county after it will act as probable cause. He's got an information now filed. Is that correct?
That is correct.
3 count information. The bond will be as recommended, $15,000. Defendant's daughter, 15, stated that the defendant came into her room yesterday morning while she was asleep on the top bunk.
Your Honor, that's an adopted child that had
Sir, it's not a good idea to discuss it.
things in Vero Beach where I adopted her from her family, and ever since I got her, she's had, and you can look up DCF records from Indian River County, of her doing things to herself and problems, Your Honor. I did not do anything. This is totally fabricated, because I won't let her go do anything with wrong friends, and I take care of my other kids. I've got a 20-year-old just got married and successful and doing great, a worship leader, and this is not valid. I adopted that child. And my wife went and picked her up when she was called 10 years ago, and I've had to go to court on and off in Indian River County.
Sir, keep talking.
for
I'm sure the
this
judge will
child.
be bumping your bond up. That's why I've asked you not to say anything.
It's all written down in the court. I got a lawyer before and got her back. I did not do these things. I'm a support the family. I don't have any record or anything. 17 years lawn business. I'm losing everything because of this. I definitely would stay away, sir. I would not do. I've already agreed to that. I don't have any record, like I said. I'm not violent or anything.
Said I may have touched her breast on accident while trying to wake her up.
Yes, because the thing is, on
Sir,
mornings,
you really should not be saying anything.
she wakes up the other
at this
kids,
point.
and there's another child in there, too.
Please shut up,
So I did not do anything.
sir. Quit talking.
I promise you, Honor, this is a total mix-up, and I'm getting punished for this, for not letting a child go out and run wild. I've got all of them raised them Christian, and they're doing great, except this one.
Find it probable cause to hold him. On each and every count, the bond will be as recommended. Next matter.
Pepito Nieves, Palm Bay, been here since 27 years.
Battery, domestic violence. Kristen Coutard, stay away, don't call Kristen, you understand that? You understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, who is this?
This is Nieves. I think it's filed.
Judge, we no-filed this case.
On Pepito Nieves, is a file or ROR.
1622779 CFA was no-filed.
Well, then that will do it, sir. Nieves, at file or ROR, that's what I got.
Yeah, it's a file ROR, and we no-filed it.
We'll probably see him
Okay.
tomorrow, Judge. He's got an out-of-state thing that we'll probably see him tomorrow.
Notice of no info. Okay, next matter.
I give that to the clerk.
Call the next case, deputy. Shavar Antonio Siders, domestic battery by strangulation. Can you print a copy of this affidavit for me, please? Aggravated assault, felony battery. What's your name, sir?
Shavar Siders. I
What
live
city you
in
live in?
I live in Palm Bay for the past 2 years.
Where you lived before that?
I'm originally from Cocoa, Florida.
Why you moved to Palm Bay?
Mother of my child, she decided that it'll be best that I move in with her.
Judge, this is a file ROR on Mr. Siders.
That's what I got here. Tell me what happened.
We filed 3 counts.
Accused of stealing an HVAC certificate, became enraged when told him that she did not have it, nor did she know where it was. Okay. All terms and conditions remain unchanged, madam.
Judge, they're all new charges.
Mr. Beatty, we got domestic battery by strangulation, aggravated assault, felony battery. What do you say?
Well, actually, what he's charged with, Judge, we charged false imprisonment, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and battery DV.
He's got no bond now? We got those charges, he's eligible for a bond.
Yes. We're
What do
requesting
you recommend?
$15,000 on false imprisonment, $15,000 on the ag assault, and $5,000 on the DV.
Mr. Kennedy?
Judge,
You have
I'd ask,
anything to the contrary, sir?
I'd ask for no more than 1,000 on the third count. Wait, his request is way above the schedule.
15, 15, and 1,500 on the last count, madam. Complete, stay away from Soika Deloach, Erin Louise Soika Deloach. You understand that?
Yes, sir, no problem.
Don't call her, don't visit her, don't have anything to do with her.
No problem.
Next. We got council review coming up.
Yes, sir, this is
What's
Travell
your name?
Cooper.
Mr. Kennedy, you have any input on this matter?
Judge, this is Travell Cooper, just a council review. I believe he does qualify.
All right. You will get a public defender, sir, is that correct?
That's what we're looking for.
Can you afford your own lawyer?
No.
Can you afford to pay for your own attorney, sir?
No.
Public defender appointed. All other terms and conditions remain unchanged. Call up the next case, deputy.
That'll be the last one, Your Honor.
That will conclude our affairs, folks.
See you on Wednesday, Judge.
You're not going to be here tomorrow.
No, sir.
Okay, looking forward to it. That will conclude our affairs.
Oh, that's the only thing. Because if I added it up, I'd give you the wrong number. I can't do that.